we're going to start tracking your progress through measurements. Welcome to First Responder Fitness with Carl Wimmer, where armor is forged through mental, spiritual, and physical preparation. Welcome to First Responder Fitness with Carl Wimmer. I'm your host, Carl Wimmer, and I welcome you to this month 10 episode of Habits to Healthy in 1 year. If you have been following along, if you have been doing this program for the last 10 months, there is no question that you are healthier, that you're more metabolically fit, that your heart is more fit and healthy, that you've put on some muscle, and you've lost some fat. All of that is extremely encouraging. I want to encourage you, even if you have not started the Habits to Healthy in 1 year program, you can go back to month number 1 and start there. It doesn't matter where you're at, just start there and follow along. We have put all of the Habits to Healthy videos in their own category on our YouTube channel and in our Spotify channel so that you can follow along very easily. If you've been following along, you are now lifting weights, you've prioritized protein, you're drinking the water you need to be drinking, you're doing your cardiovascular exercise, you are tracking your food. You're doing all the things that you need to be doing to get fit and to, most importantly, improve your life and increase your lifespan. Longevity is so important. You're taking supplements now. You're doing all of the things that you need to be doing to be fit, happy, and healthy for the rest of your life. So, month number 10, we're going to start tracking your progress through measurements. Weekly measurements, maybe even daily measurements, depending on what your particular attitude is towards the measurements. But we are going to start tracking your measurements. And this is something that you could have been doing from the very beginning, but it's important to start doing, especially if you want to be losing weight, losing fat, gaining muscle, those types of things. Let's say you're diabetic. Let's say that your blood pressure is high. These are very important things to measure, to know, not to guess, but to know where you're at. So I would encourage, as far as what you need to prepare for month 10, I would encourage you to purchase a smart scale. A smart scale will not only tell you your weight, but it will give you a rough estimate of your body fat percentage. Now, it's very rough, okay? The smart scale or the body impedance scales, they vary a lot. It's not accurate. Okay, let me just say that up front. They are not precisely accurate. But what they can do as you use them consistently is they show you patterns. That is their best, that's their best use, is to watch the pattern. Is your body fat percentage going up or is it going down? That's the thing you want to keep an eye on. So be very cautious in putting too much credibility into your body fat scale. However, I think they are a great tool and they are an encouraging tool if you use them consistently to measure whether you're going up or down in body fat. So get yourself a smart scale. Order yourself a smart blood pressure cuff. I have a blood pressure cuff. You just put it on, push the button. It is absolutely idiot proof, right? I can do it. I put it on, I push the button, hold still, and within 30 seconds or less than that, it tells me what my blood pressure is and what my heart rate is. So get yourself a smart scale, get yourself a blood pressure cuff. Everyone should have an automatic smart blood pressure cuff at their house, because blood pressure, if you have high blood pressure, it will eventually kill you. It is called the silent killer for a reason. It's not safe to play around or ignore high blood pressure. Get yourself a smartwatch. I like my smartwatch. It keeps track of my exercise. Of course, all of these things are, guesses. They're not 100% accurate. I mean, as I sit here and I talk, it's probably counting steps every time I motion with my hands. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, it's more accurate than that. But smartwatches are great because they're great motivators. They help you keep track of your steps. They help you keep track of your exercise, your heart rate, your oxygen, all of those things. They even measure your sleep. Okay. How accurate is that? It's better than nothing, right? It's better than nothing. And so smart rings, get yourself a smart ring and start tracking your sleep. Get yourself a measuring tape, a cloth measuring tape the mom used to use when she was sewing. Maybe you have one around your house. Maybe you can get a smart measuring tape that measures and keeps track. So you just do it and it Bluetooth uploads to your phone. Everything connects anymore. I have Samsung stuff, and so my Samsung watch attaches to my Samsung phone, which attaches to my scale. And so all of these things, they just interact and they talk, and it just tracks it on my phone. And so it's super easy. But the old school method of taking before and after photos is the undefeated champion when it comes to fitness and tracking your fitness. If you get in a swimming suit or shorts and take a before photo and then hit your fitness and just forget about the before photo and just focus on the things that we've talked about in the Habits to Healthy program, and then you're to take another photo 3 months later in wearing the exact same thing, standing in the exact same place, you will be shocked at the results. You'll be so impressed with yourself, and you should applaud yourself because you will see the results. It's hard to see the results when you look at yourself in the mirror every single day. But if you take a picture and then you take an after picture, you see the results. Before and after photos are, again, the undisputed, undefeated king of tracking and keeping an eye on your successes. So for month number 10, I want you to start tracking your weight. Track your weight first thing in the morning. I suggest you track it every single day and then average it out over the week, because let's say you have too much salt today. You'll retain water tonight. You'll weigh more tomorrow. And that can get discouraging, but you flush that out and the next day you'll be back to normal. So I suggest you weigh yourself every single morning. Don't get addicted to the weight on the scale, because water fluctuations can make a huge difference every single day. But if you take and weigh yourself 7 days in the week, and at the end of the week, you just average that out, that's your weight. The next week, you weigh yourself every morning, average that out, and it will tell you whether you're losing weight or gaining weight. So weigh yourself. Weight loss can be fat loss. Weight gain can be a gain of muscle, although muscle is very hard to gain when you're also in a calorie deficit. And so just keep that in mind. It can be water loss. If you are a large person, if you are obese, you're going to lose a tremendous amount of water at first. And you're actually going to lose a tremendous amount of water throughout your entire program. So just keep that in mind. A couple pounds a week could be water, and you should not get discouraged by that. Continue with consistency. That's the key. Track your blood pressure first thing in the morning before you have your cup of coffee, which will raise your blood pressure. Before eating, before moving around, a couple times a week, just check your blood pressure. Keep a good, close eye on it. This is for health and longevity, and it's the greatest indicator of your overall health, period. It's the greatest measurement you can take, with maybe the exception of ApoB, which is a blood test. So take your blood pressure, take it at least weekly, keep an eye on it. Track your sleep. There is nothing more important than sleep for recovery and for brain health and for physical recovery. So track your sleep patterns. A smartwatch can help you with that. A smart ring can help you with that. If you have concerns, see your doctor. Quality sleep is absolutely essential for longevity and fitness. And with the smart tape, with the smart tape or the cloth tape, you should take your measurements. I mean, of course, there's the vanity of flexing your biceps and seeing them grow, but understand this. If you're on a fat loss program and you're lifting weights, your biceps could be growing in muscle size, but the circumference is going down overall because you're losing all of the adipose tissue. That's a good thing. Don't get discouraged if your biceps go from 17 down to 15, but they're more defined and they're looking good. You've lost fat, and that is a victory. You should measure your waist, not your pant size, because pant sizes, I don't even know what they mean anymore. They mean nothing. Measure your waist at the belly button. And ultimately, a good general indicator is that your waist should be less than half of your height. So whatever your waist is in inches, it should be less than half of your height in inches. If that's the case, then you're doing better than the overall majority of the population who is obese. If that's not the case, jump on board with the Habits to Healthy in a year program, and let's get that waistline down. And like I said, it's encouraging to track your biceps and your quads, but you will lose fat and your measurements may go down. So don't get tied up or start worshiping any one of these measurements. Just understand what could happen. I want you to get motivated. I want you to use these measurements as motivation. Tracking these things can be so encouraging, but you got to continue to do so. I encourage you to continue with your fitness by watching First Responder Fitness on YouTube or listening to it on Spotify, and let's get fit together. Let's do this. Keep moving forward. Continue the habits from the last 9 months. Continue the habits. Keep tracking your food. Keep walking, taking your supplements, eating healthy, wholesome, single ingredient whole foods. Keep prioritizing protein and fiber and weight training. Develop good sleep habits. And let's get healthy together, my friend. That's it. Month number 10, Habits to Healthy. I'm Carl Wimmer with First Responder Fitness. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button so you don't miss an episode, and I look forward to talking to you again. And once again, I remind you, be good to yourself, be good to others, and as always, stay safe. 13 minutes. All right, baby. We rolling. I'm going to go work out now. Yeah.